So having a quorum for the recording, we're going to return to the land acknowledgement in just a moment. And our first order is the approval of the agenda. So take a motion to approve that.
I'll move to approve.
A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Also, Georgia's online now.
Oh, wonderful. Oh,
Great,
good.
unanimous.
And then I will.
Hi,
Hey, Georgia.
Yay, hi.
Welcome, Georgia.
thank you.
So we just barely got started. Caroline was introducing the meeting and we approved the agenda. I think that's as far as we got. So we can hand it over to you for the approval of the minutes now.
And the land.
Oh, do you have the land acknowledgement handy?
I don't have it handy, sorry.
We'll get back to that still. But so we can go to item number 2, the approval of the June minutes. So Georgia, if you want to call for any suggested changes to the minutes.
Okay, did we have any suggested changes?
See none.
None? Okay, so then does anyone want to make a move to approve the minutes?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Then we need one more.
I'll second.
Great. So we've made our move and so we'll vote. All right, everyone in favor? Yes? All right,
Yes.
And you too, Georgia? You vote in favor as well?
yes.
Thank you. So I apologize that I didn't jump in with this, but Yalaid is having a family issue and needs to deal with it, and Bruce is in the wild filming, so neither of them will be joining us, which may be something we want to discuss in a minute, but
Yeah.
the next to Georgia on the agenda is going to be public participation.
Okay, and did we have anyone?
Yeah,
For that?
we have 2 people, one person present. You'd like to speak, right? And so Georgia, would you like to do the people present or the people online first?
Let's do people that are present.
Okay. Over to you. Yep, you have 2 minutes.
Shall I just stay seated? Very comfortable right now. My name is Lance.
Oh,
Hart.
so, can I interject? Sorry. Do you mind moving so that we can see you? I apologize that we're not. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Space, I didn't
Yeah,
know. Thanks for encouraging. My name
yeah,
is,
and just make sure you're near the microphone so that the 2 of us online can hear you.
Yeah. There you go.
okay. My name is Lance Hardin. I am the former artistic director of Boulder Ballet. I have association with Boulder Ballet going back to 2006 as a guest artist and then as a dancer. I would classify that as being at the end of my career because I retired from a full-time 40-hour-a-week AGMA union ballet company in 2004, which was my experience prior to that. I opened a school, left Colorado to run a program in Minnesota before being invited back to Colorado to work for Boulder Ballet in 2015. My experience at Boulder as the artistic director was difficult because I think I felt bias. I felt I felt like I was being marginalized or not given full equity. One example of that is after being offered the title of artistic director, I was informed that the structure of the organization would change. So I felt that that was a diminishment of of the role as it had been previous. I was not happy about that, and I was open about that. It was suggested that we table it for a year and do it that way, despite my pushback, and revisit it the next year. The next year it was decided that we were going to stay that way just prior to the year coming. So, oh, we've decided that we're going to stay that way. So there was actually no discussion or no returning to the table. I felt biased in that. Just one example, I was reading my notes here before we got started. I remember when Simone Biles was unable to compete in the Olympics, and that was the way we started the staff meeting, by questioning Simone was she allowed to not compete? Of course, that's not biased against me, but I feel that if the executive director who said that was a gymnast until she started dancing at 18. The gymnast is saying that. That's just a difficult place to be in when we are an organization. Some thought we were an organization that was supportive, that might participate, whether they're going to be a professional dancer or not. It's just an unspoken understanding that all of your students in the dance world are not going to be professional. Just like if you were to coach a soccer team or a hockey team or teach piano, everyone's not going to make it. So there's that. I felt intimidation. I should briefly talk about, I hope I'm on a timer.
Time has passed, but at the chair's pleasure, you can keep going.
Okay. At the time, August of 2020 was when I did sign the contract to be the artistic director. If you'll recall, 2020 in that summer, that was a pivotal summer for some more than others, for sure. But there was a pandemic, and there was also a discussion about life, value of life. And prior to my signing, it was, I was asked, would you be okay with taking the position and not a salary? I wasn't okay with that. That didn't matter because I was given the salary that was given to me, and I was given a raise the next year. So I was able to work 1 year under what the prior artistic director worked. My wife, who was also an employee of Boulder Ballet, was dismissed at the start of the second season. I found out from my wife as I was driving with the company to Vail, which should have been a very celebratory occasion. I was performing at the Vail International Dance Festival, first time the ballet's ever been presented there. From that point, though, let me slow down. I'm sorry for taking so much time. Just before going to Vail, my birthday is July 6th. And July 6th, 2021, before going to Vail, executive director invited me, let's go have lunch. So we went to lunch probably around this time of July, actually. It wasn't honestly much later. We wanted to talk about the new hires and all the work going towards hiring marketing director, development director, school director. My wife was up for school director. The executive director did share that we've gotten somewhere with marketing director and gotten somewhere with development director. I shared that was very exciting news. And I asked about the school director, someone in the organization that I would work most intimately with. She didn't want to talk about it. So I was kind of confused, like, why are we talking about all the hires that I'm not a part of? And I'm confused when I'm asking about something that was quite pertinent. So I was not included on anyone's hire, but that she really wanted to share that with me. So that felt like the beginning of the intimidation, because a couple weeks later, driving up, as I said, my wife was dismissed. I didn't know if I was going to continue to drive up to Vail. I did. I had costumes in my car. I'm like, well, the dancers aren't, it's not their fault. So let's go up there. This is probably going to be the beginning of the end of my time, because the writing was on the wall. Why would you fire the artistic director? Why? Who was well loved by parents and students who actually worked in the school and by the company. As soon as we got back down from the mountain, I don't think I was upset enough about my wife being fired. I just kind of understood the temperature. It was just like, that happened. Let me enjoy the first full season of my directorship, because I took the job in August. We had no performances until the next May. Pandemic. So let's get them in there during a pandemic and usher them out as soon as is how I felt. So I do feel like I'm rambling. I haven't had this much of an audience to talk about these things. I did get an email saying that Zoom would be appropriate today, and I taught many classes over Zoom during the pandemic, dance classes. So I wasn't interested. I also thought that, thank you, by the way, but I also thought it was just as important to be here in the room to say those things that are tough. About my biography that I didn't share is I'm a Chicagoan. Diversity is, so Chicago is just like every other city in this country, very, very segregated. In Chicago, there's a lot of effort to diversify. I went to Walt Disney Magnet Elementary School, probably the best school I've ever gone to. And we were very diverse, and that's the scope that I look at the world. So Boulder is a little like this for me, because it's not what I'm used to. Of course, I've gotten used to that, because leaving Chicago at 18 and going to Bloomington, Indiana, it's like Boulder. I mean, I love Bloomington, but it's like Boulder, you know. I didn't have to end with the basketball players, pardon my bad joke. So, you know, it's not something that I haven't experienced, but I can't say that I've ever felt marginalized or discriminated against it to that degree, albeit I've never been an artistic director. I've been a principal dancer. As a dancer, so oftentimes, you know, if you're in a place that's welcoming to you, you can have a job, but you may not get the opportunity. But you can also be in places where you can have a job and get opportunity, whether they see you as the best since Baryshnikov or not, they might give you an opportunity here and there. And I thought all those places were every place where I danced, that was an option, that was possible. You know, with hard work, with all the things that I was trained with as a student. So being in that position here was very rapid, very rapid. And I'll just finish, because I think in my heart, in my mind, being the artistic director of Boulder Ballet meant making the product better, making the dancers better, making the community more attached with the product and being more involved. And I thought that it might be possible as an African American to participate in the diversity, equity, and inclusion within the organization by the quote unquote others. And it felt like that wasn't actually the point, that I was the point of the DEI. I was a DEI token. Okay, so that's how I felt. That hasn't changed, as I understand it, since I've left, but I haven't. It's unhealthy for me to be involved, so I don't really know. But from what I understand, there's another Black man working there. Okay, and he's not artistic director. And there's probably not a chance for him to be. And I understand that there are a lot of sites where we can look for employment all over the country. Indeed, I don't know if Monster is still a thing, actually. But these types of websites and whatnot. And there's organizations that kind of care to other organizations that are willing, that are hungry for, or that do desire diversity. So an example would be there's Dance USA, and you might search for work there or put out information saying that we're looking for this type of person in our organization. And then there's the International Association of Blacks in Dance, which is more of an umbrella, really. It was founded by Cleo in Denver, but as well as Dance USA. She bought Dance USA for, she let her say. But the International Association of Blacks in Dance is, is one simple way to show that you put forth effort to seek professionals that may or may not look like you, or may or may not have the same perspective. And I know that there was one instance where the International Association of Blacks in Dance was used to recruit a position, but it was one position. It was after I knew I was leaving. Well, I knew I was still there, but I was leaving the organization. And that was the only time. I've looked at this website many times since I left the ballet. Boulder Ballet is never there. Ever. It's been there once. So I think that, I don't know if anyone has any questions, or if anyone has anything that I think I can try to clarify, or.
Thank you so much for sharing that, and I'm sure that's a really vulnerable thing to share and come in and tell a group of people. And I'm curious from your perspective, how you feel the Arts Commission fits into the picture, is this something that you're just bringing to our attention? Do you feel like there's action that might be necessary, or what's that perspective?
This is a great question, because this is a very confusing time. Of course, just a few weeks ago, the Supreme Court said about affirmative action, for example. So this is an interesting time. If you follow U.S. history, there's always that ripple, that pushback, that let's do this, and then where did it all go? And so I guess the point is, in regards to the commission, is information and knowledge. I'm one that believes that if you do take money that is meant for all, that all should benefit from that. And I don't think it's really that hard. In my mind, it may be much more complicated in your seats or for other organizations. I've never really thought it was that hard. And so that's why I'm sharing that, because I think there are people that believe that let's take some clip art. Remember, there was clip art. Now you can just take pictures from another organization and put it on your website and say, those are our students. So sometimes those pictures look really rainbow-y, if you will, but it's a fake, it's a facade. That information is really what it's about. I'm appreciative appreciative again that I'm able to talk today. If I was here a year ago, I'd probably be here sweating and angry. And so I think it's perfect that I'm saying that now, because it is what it is. It's not, I tried to, even today, I know there has to be some context in regards to me, but really what I'm trying to say is how it affects other people.
I have a few questions if no one else does. Sure. Thank you again for sharing this. You know, as the commissioners, obviously we read, we take the DEI initiatives very seriously as we think about reading the grants and distributing money. And as well, when we read reports, trying to understand the metrics. Do you have any suggestions or feedback for us, how we can better understand what is going on in the organizations? You know, is there a way that we should ask for some feedback from staff in our reports, as an example, or from different members that might help give us insight into what's going on in organizations? So I think that's one level. And then the second is we do have an initiative as the commission to help prevent bullying. And we were focused on a more community level of people expressing themselves in public, but I think this extends down to the issues that you have experienced as well. And so wondering if you have any suggestions for us, how we can help our community, individuals protect themselves and help our community grow so that people can express themselves freely. It's a lot, sorry. But
Yeah, I may ask you in a moment to double back to the first question, but quickly on the second. Yeah, it's something popped into my head that I was going to say as well. You know, I think a couple of things that struck me in a board environment. I heard that when we were discussing hiring the development director, it was a big position in an arts organization. It was stated by a board member that let me get this because this is in my notes. Yes, it is. It was a DEI meeting. I beg your pardon. It was not a board meeting. It was a DEI meeting. Diversity wouldn't be necessary. It wouldn't necessarily be necessary in regards to the hiring of the development director, because we need that person to raise a lot of money, don't we? I have not looked at this in a long time. This is a good thing, but it looks worse now. I mean, that's the development director we did hire quite before I did. The other kind of like, you had two people and you didn't choose a black male. You chose someone that I think she was local. She was gone before the ballot. It's like the development director.
Thanks.
That's your business card right there. So, does that answer the question in terms of, I mean, and your first question, Maria?
My first question is, do you have any suggestions how we might better understand what's going on in organizations as far as the culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion? We obviously ask for reports, but what you're describing is perhaps the culture of the organization is different than perhaps what we're reading in a report. So do you have any suggestions on how we might better understand, asking questions to better understand the culture?
Yeah, You might ask, what is the process for posting jobs? And what's the consistency there across the board? Are we always going to let everyone know that we're hiring, or are we only going to go through our Rolodex on our phone? That's it. So no, I was not allowed to hire my friends. Basically because my friends are too old to be dancers. Thank you.
I get
But other than that, I mean, I know quite a few dancers that could have been, if it was clear that I was not to work with my wife, okay. So can I hire the ballet master, ballet mistress to work alongside? No? Okay. So now everyone's coming into, it almost feels like, oh, the executive director, oh, can we have a discussion? Yes, well, the person you have that's running the rehearsals, I mean, the person that you hired to run the rehearsals, yes, is saying that you are this. Well, I'm not that. Just trying to do my job. Well, that's what you're saying. Okay. So where do we go from there? And that's your hire. It's coming in to police me. What's your point? You know, that's not how. I don't know if that's aware to everyone. That's not how the ballet companies are run anywhere in the globe. Unless I may start my own company. No, even if I start my own company, I'm gonna hire somebody I know. It doesn't make any sense. So same as a manager of a baseball team, you don't necessarily hire the first base coach from just a barrel. Probably the coach probably played with that guy. Maybe in the minor leagues, maybe they cross paths somewhere. There's an association. It's very common. But you should still put it out to everyone so that you have the potential to get it back. I think hiring and double standards within the board. There was a decision that was made to not have anybody on the board that was a parent. But there was 2 parents on the board my entirety of including the board chair at the time was works diligently as a defense attorney against clients that run afoul of DEI, diversity and inclusion. So that was kind of a tough. Oh, that's what you do for a living? Oh. This is not going to go well. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm just saying too much now. To me, it's just like the clearest, most pristine picture, and I don't know how to really make sure that that's getting portrayed because I lived it. Not to say that it's not apparent, but I just want to make sure that I'm not just saying words.
Georgia, do you mind if I ask a question?
Georgia,
I'll be
you're
right.
muted. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for coming and making us aware of this. I'd like to reach out to you separately and ask a few questions, but I just wanted to ask if you're finding a place to dance in Boulder right now.
I'm working at the Arthur Murray. I've
Okay.
been associated with Arthur Murray since 2011. So I taught there between ballet gig jobs in 2011 for about 9 to 10 months. And then my wife and I moved to Minnesota to run a dance program. One of the dancers at that ballroom in Denver opened up here in Boulder.
Okay.
So that was a stroke of luck, really, because he's a good guy. Ballroom dances like all thrills, no frills. Like it's just, you know, everyone's coming in to have fun. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. That's what I'm doing now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do in terms of ballet haven't decided yet now. I've been kind of trying to make whole again. You know.
I'll reach out to you. Thank you very much. Okay, Georgia. Oh, great. Welcome back.
Yes, sorry, I had to switch devices. So I just had one quick question for Lance. I'm curious because I did see your name on the grant last spring for Boulder Ballet for the GOS grant. I'm wondering, when did you leave Boulder Ballet and when was your contract up?
My contract was up on July 31st, 2022.
Okay, and do you remember when you left?
My last day at Boulder Ballet was April 28th, 2022.
Okay,
It's 'cause it's my mother's birthday.
Clearly.
so, okay,
I was informed, Boulder Ballet, I said we. Boulder Ballet does a performance annually in February, Valentine's Day, President's Day, around that time. We had that same performance in 2022. A couple weeks later, there was 2 tour dates that were scheduled. One was canceled for the venues difficulty, but we did the first one, the first weekend in March, first weekend in March. We performed at the Lakewood Cultural Center. The next weekend should have been another performance, but instead the dancers were off. I was called in and informed that my contract was not being met. I asked for, it was very clear, and I just asked for it in writing. And Claudia kept asking, "Are you, do you know which way you're going to go?" I said, "Well, I'll tell you when I get it right." And she said, and it was unclear if she was going to go get it because it was in writing somewhere else, or if I was just going to wait for it. And I said, I signed a contract to be here through August, and it's not been any surprise to me that this is where we are today. So essentially nothing's changed. In my mind, nothing had changed. You're just now telling me what I already knew. So I'll stay through. Before the gala, the only thing I had to do with the gala was, other than preparing the dancers for their performance, was to speak about the good things about Boulder Ballet. And I declined. And during the gala, someone still tried to give me the mic.
no, I have to plug it into
and
here.
didn't take it. That was my last day. It was gala day. I left that day. I left and I never returned. So, get the black guy to support us before he leaves.
Is there another pair in there? I need it with the straight thing.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I hope I offer some insight. And I think what you're doing is great. Diversity or no diversity, I think the first thing is actually the arts. So trying to find ways to make that possible, and still doing that within the context of you is admirable work. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry that happened.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you.
All right, Georgia, you have one more person signed up to speak, Sarah Pike. She's online. Can someone get her microphone?
Thanks.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Hi. Hello. I'm Sarah Pike. I'm the Development and Membership Associate at BMOCA, and also an artist that lives in Boulder. So first off, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for all the hard work you do to support the arts in Boulder. I'm often, most months, observing these meetings, and I really appreciate the thoughtfulness of your discussions and the personal time that you've all committed as commissioners. So thank you for that. The other reason I'm here tonight is because I know one of your agenda items is to discuss leadership position appointments for several organizations, including BMOCA. So with that in mind, I wanted to read aloud the following letter on behalf of the museum. Dear Boulder Arts Commission, the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art would like to express our interest in continuing to have Maria Cole represent the Boulder Arts Commission on BMOCA's Board of Directors. Maria's knowledge as a commissioner and professional experience as an architect has brought valuable thinking to our conversations. As BMOCA moves forward with its plans to anchor a new creative campus in North Boulder, we feel Maria's continuing presence on the board will provide helpful continuity of leadership and information sharing between the Boulder Arts Commission and BMOCA. She is an important contributor to our board, and we encourage you to extend her appointment. Respectfully and with thanks, Eliza Leach, President of the BMOCA Board of Directors, and David Dodone, BMOCA Executive Director and Chief Curator. And that's all I've got. Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
All right, Georgia, that concludes the public comment.
Okay, great, thanks. Up next,
So we do have the land acknowledgement. Is it okay if we go to that real quick?
oh, yes.
All right. Over to you, Caroline.
Sure. The city of Boulder acknowledges the city is on the ancestral homelands and unceded territory of indigenous peoples who have traversed, lived in, and stewarded lands in the Boulder County, in the Boulder Valley since time immemorial. Those indigenous nations include the Apache, Arapaho, Cheyenne, Comanche, Pawnee, Shoshone, Sioux, and Ute. The city of Boulder recognizes that those now living and working on these ancestral lands have a responsibility to acknowledge and address the past and must work to build a more just future.
Great, thank you.
So Georgia, our next agenda item is commission business number 4, and 4A are leadership position appointments. If it's okay with you, I just want to say a brief word before we jump in.
Okay,
So as you know from the packet, the leadership positions are the chair, vice chair, and then the 3 board seats. I just wanted to do a quick check-in because there has been a practice in the past if a couple of members are not present to postpone. I don't want to necessarily say I'm encouraging that because we already postponed once to get through the grant season, and how long can we keep doing this? And you have a quorum, so it's perfectly fine for you to go forward. But that has happened more than once. So I just want to put it out there if anyone's interested in talking about it.
I was going to suggest that.
Okay.
And I had forgotten that we had already postponed, but it feels significant that there's 2 members gone.
It does, especially unless we can take it offline and through before we get to the next meeting, find out if they have, well, we know one does not have interest
Yeah.
in renewing, but finding out if the other does have interest in being, in a leadership position.
Yeah.
So that we're not leaving them out.
Right. Yeah. And hearing their voice. On
Absolutely.
I think that we had information on that. Right?
Well-
Who else has gone besides Bruce and I?
As far as who has been chair? Is that what you're asking? Is who
I
else?
should ask her who's not here. So.
Oh, I apologize. Yolade isn't here either.
Okay,
And they did not respond with any interest or otherwise, for whatever that's worth.
okay, so it seems like we could vote. Sorry, I had these headphones in and it's really weird. I'm having a hard time hearing things this evening. It sounds to me like you wanted to postpone the voting because there are some people that are not here.
So I don't want to either way. It's entirely up to you, but yeah, there has been a practice in the past. If there's a couple of commissioners missing to postpone so that everyone gets a chance to weigh in and throw their name in the hat if they want to. And so, and Caroline was suggesting the same sort of thing. So you could do the vote now and choose your chair and vice chair. You could do the vote now and choose your 3 board seats. or you could do neither or one or the other. That's entirely up to you. If you do want to postpone, particularly the board seats, that would require a motion and vote.
Okay. So first, I just want to ask, do we want to postpone or do you want to vote now? I feel like twice I've heard that you want to postpone.
Is this a straw poll?
I would,
or-
yeah, I would be leaning toward postponing, but I'd love to
I
hear
would
what
be-
other people.
I would be leaning towards postponing also, with the caveat that we would have a conversation via email to verify who would be interested in leadership positions so that they can be considered, and then vote at the next meeting.
And just to be clear, a conversation with staff, not amongst the commission
Yeah.
members. So we're not violating sunshine.
Correct.
Right.
I guess I'm in the camp of let's vote now because I'm concerned that, well, will everyone be there next meeting? You know, do we we just kind of continue rolling down the road that we kick issues off.
Yeah, I feel like I received an email from Lauren asking about liaison positions.
Mhm.
So we've had the time to input there. And then as far as chair and vice chair, I believe we've received information from Bruce. And then Yalaid did not express an interest. So I feel like we would be good to vote this evening.
So Cheryl, break this time.
Oh. No pressure. I was leaning towards postponing just because I feel like there might be valuable conversation pieces that they would bring to the conversation, even if neither of them is going to end up in one of the positions.
All right.
That's for me too.
So Georgia, it's your call on how to proceed.
I'm gonna go ahead and, we're just gonna go ahead and vote. Because we've already heard from Bruce, or I know Carolyn has, I know
I have.
Nat has, Maria has.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay. So then the first leadership position would be for chair. And if it's okay, Georgia, I'm just going to start to walk through this process. Is that acceptable to you?
sure.
So we had two individuals who were nominated for the meeting. Anyone else can throw their hat in now. But we take a few minutes just for them to say just a few sentences about why they want to be chair. Commissioners can ask any questions about that. And then someone needs to make a motion on who to appoint. And then if there's a second, then we go into discussion. There can be a counter motion if someone wants to entertain something like that, but it's a motion in a second that lines us up to a vote on that person. So I will say that, like, for my part, this is a little awkward, but yes, Maria.
Do you mind, Matt, doing both the chair and the vice chair and then circling back and having a discussion?
While that sounds fine, we didn't have anyone who threw their name in for vice chair.
Oh.
We're gonna just, I'll just ask in a moment, and so hopefully someone will say it, but this is something that's a very formal process that's kind of ill fit for the camaraderie of this type of group. So even though we're spouting off all this stuff, please just have a good conversation, and we know that we're all pulling in the same direction. So whatever the outcome is, it's going to be something that we're working in a healthy way together on. So with that, if it's okay with you, Georgia, we'll have the two people who are nominated as chair. And Georgia, would you like yourself to go first?
What was the last part of the question?
Would you like to go first, or would you like to invite Caroline to go first to say a few words about their chair nomination?
Sure, Caroline, you can go first.
Sure, thank you.
Wait, so can we first say, who are the people who have thrown their names in, right?
Yeah, so it's you and Caroline have been nominated for chair.
Okay, and then can we also say Bruce has let us know that he's wanting to step down because of time constraint, just so that in case there's anyone that doesn't know.
For the record.
All right. And now Carolyn.
Thank you, Georgia. And Maria, thank you so much for nominating me. It was a surprise and an honor. Thank you so much. But I am interested in moving into the chair position, at a timing that works for the commission. I'm interested in it because I have a lot of experience running meetings, making sure that there is conversation that is on track with the issues at hand. I invite the opportunity to work with staff. I invite the opportunity to try help us keep on track in terms of the policies and the deeper conversations that we want to be having as a commission. Like case in points, like how do we start to fold those bigger discussions into our vision as a whole. I think I'm very adept and well practiced, and it's not that it's needed in this group at all, but mediating conflict and have not seen that ever to be an issue here, but that's a strength. And also I'm just a huge cheerleader for artists, and I would love the opportunity to be out there in the role, listening for the entire commission as a cheerleader for the arts community. And I'll say it now that there would be no hard feelings at all. And and I'd also put my name in the ring for vice chair if that needs to be filled. And we think that there's a better configuration of me in that role too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Georgia,
All
your
right.
turn.
Thank you. Thanks for that, Caroline. So just for those who may not know, I am currently the vice chair, and I've been on Arts Commission for 3 years in Boulder. I was on Arts Commission in Encinitas for 2 years when I lived there, the 2 years before I moved back here. And so with having been on Arts Commission now for 5 years total, learned a lot from both organizations, how they run similarly and differently. And I will say my first year on commission was really difficult because it is so different from the Encinitas Commission, but I have had a lot of help and practice in understanding how it's run, especially when it comes to grants and reading grants. And I'm finally very comfortable with it. I'm quite passionate about it, actually. I've been liaison for several different organizations and gotten to know them well. And having grown up in Boulder, as a dancer, I've had a lot of experience with a lot of different organizations, especially lately. I've just been going to a lot of performances and just getting more involved. And with the discussion, public discussion from tonight, because I have gotten to know a lot of organizations, I do kind of have like that insider information that I want to continue to bring forward so that we understand how to better ask better questions, to understand what's actually going on in different organizations, and understanding who really needs to be supported and how we can help others grow. Yeah. So I guess I want to step up just because I want to continue learning more about being an arts commissioner and arts organizations. And if I were to move up, then the vice chair position would open for anyone who wanted to take it.
Thanks, Georgia. Is there anyone else who wants to throw their name in for chair or vice chair at this point? Okay. So at this point, we need to have a motion and a second to continue the discussion.
Right. So does anyone want a motion for voting for chair?
I guess we could have a motion for a chair and a vice chair. Yeah, but you have some language? Well, we need. I'm sorry I made you make that. I don't know if it's necessary. but you can pull it up. Yeah.
So are we having a motion to continue the conversation? Are we having a motion to vote?
So you have a motion and a second, and that gives you the clearance to go ahead and have the discussion and then a vote.
The motion to vote for chair, right?
Well, I'm going to put it forward that someone should make a motion for chair and vice chair. And then we'll have a discussion from there.
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
For chair and vice chair.
I move that blank be appointed chair and blank be appointed vice chair.
Oh,
So you'd have to fill in the blanks.
no, oh, I thought, oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, now I see what you're saying. Well, I'm not ready to fill in the blanks. I
Okay.
We'll have a discussion.
I feel comfortable filling the blanks.
I'm gonna share it with them. That was my email. Sorry about that.
I move that Caroline be appointed chair and Georgia be appointed vice chair.
For the second part, that's good.
And that, okay,
Full stop.
So is there a second to that?
I'll second. I think I'll be honest, I think it's hard because you guys are a great team. So I think either way you organize it, it's a win for the commission. So you'd be a great team either way. But I did second, so.
So other questions or discussion? So how about I break some of the discomfort here?
Right.
There is a precedent from the Human Relations Commission for co-chairs. And so, we could organize that the way you want it. The way that it worked for them is that they conducted all of the in-between meetings business together along with staff support, and then they alternated facilitating meetings. So you could also go that route if you wanted to, and we would just have to make a friendly amendment to the motion that's on the table.
I mean, I'm happy with whatever. I feel like I work really well with Georgia. I'm happy to be chair. Georgia, I did reach out. I'm sorry. I did try to kind of game plan this before the meeting with you, but wasn't able to get a hold of you. And,
How can,
I'm, good.
George, what are your thoughts about a co-chair situation?
Chair and co-chair. I mean, what's the difference between co-chair and vice chair?
The difference, I'm sorry, I'm off screen. The difference would be that with chair and vice chair, the chair is always the person who facilitates the meetings, and they invite the vice chair to participate. And then the vice chair fills in for the actual facilitation meeting when the chair can attend. Co-chairs, the way that it's worked in the city of Boulder in the past is that both individuals work with staff on the in-between meeting business, and then they alternate facilitating meetings. They basically alternate the chair. Each meeting, one person takes it, and then the next person takes the next. Was I clear? Does that make
That's,
sense?
I understood.
Okay, great.
May I put that motion on the table?
Yeah.
I move that Georgia and Caroline share the position as co-chairs.
I second.
Their discussion?
I am more comfortable with continuity with the motion that I had first stated. Which was second.
I guess I also
so quiet. We
feel,
normally have some input, but I'm just.
yeah, I also feel like it would provide more continuity if there was just one chair. I know this past year with Bruce and I, he was chair, but I came to, almost every meeting that he had beforehand with Matt. But then he always led the meetings.
All right, so if I have process right, quick process check-in is we have a friendly amendment, which may not be so friendly. And so you can vote on that. And if it's a no vote, if there's, yeah, sorry, Chris.
Might I add, so just in reviewing the language of the Boulder Revised Code, I'm not saying any language that enables co-chairs.
Oh, okay,
So
thank you.
while I can look up the HRC to see if maybe they have specific language or maybe they are operating outside of the ordinance. But it does stipulate each commission shall organize by appointing a chair, a vice chair, and a secretary. The secretary can be hired. City employee. But it does not
Okay.
enable co-chair for advisory.
All right. So if that motion is approved, we're gonna have to check it with legal, and we may come back to you and say that it's not so good. So if there's no votes for that, then we go back to the original motion. We can vote on that.
And point of clarification, should I be abstaining from this?
No, because then we wouldn't have quorum.
Fair, okay.
All right. Because then George would. Okay, all right, we got this. So on Maria's motion for co-chairs, dubious as that may be. Georgia, do you want to call for a raise of hands? Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Okay, so hands in favor of
But-
Maria's motion. for
Sorry,
co-chair.
I have one quick question.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I wasn't clear from Georgia if that was a role that she was interested in having.
Co-chair?
Yeah. Because I feel like,
Well, either way, honestly, like in the last year, the way that I have worked with Bruce is pretty much like co-chairs would work, except that he was always leading the meeting. You know, we just didn't alternate.
Yeah.
So really the only difference is that with co-chair, you alternate who's leading the meeting, and with as chair, the chair is always leading the meeting.
but
Right.
if the motion were to pass and then we were allowed to do it, that is something you would be willing to participate in. Still,
I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's gonna be very consistent if I'm leading one meeting and then Caroline is leading the next.
so is that enough?
I think it's a,
Like, because if we pass the
Not that-
motion and she doesn't want to do it, then like, I don't know if we should vote on it. If it's.
that's a
not-
should, right? Like you still could vote on
Right.
that. Because the motion's on the table, but yeah. that's-
Okay, okay,
Yeah, to take that into consideration with your vote, right?
okay.
Okay, any other questions? Clarifying questions? All right, so hands up in favor of Maria's motion for co-chairs. All right. So that motion fails, and so we're back to Jeffrey's motion for Caroline for chair, Georgia for vice chair. Any questions or further discussion? I'm sorry, Georgia, I took over your role there. Is it okay if I ask for questions and further discussion?
Yes,
All right. There being none, Georgia, you can go ahead and ask for a vote on that one.
all right, so show of hands for a vote. That,
In favor of Jeffrey's motion. We have 3 in favor, 2 against. Is that what I'm seeing? Sorry, Georgia, did I get too far ahead?
no, I see
Okay.
3 in favor and 2 against, yes.
All right, that motion passes. Thank you, everyone.
I just want to reiterate, I think you both are fantastic, and would think we're really lucky to have a hard choice. So, and I think you'll be a great team.
Thank you.
So
I want to second that.
the way this has typically happened for the Arts Commission is passed is that the new chair takes over immediately, unless you want to defer to Georgia for the rest of the meeting.
I'm happy to defer to Georgia. I mean, if you'd like to continue with the meeting, otherwise I'm happy to take over also. Either way.
Are we voting on? Matt, I know there was voting on the dairy.
That's up next, yeah. The Dairy BMocha and Visit Boulder seats.
Okay.
And Georgia, I apologize. I know you're having technical difficulties. If you need me to speak louder or slow down, please interrupt me. I apologize about that.
Okay.
So Caroline just invited if you want to continue the meeting or if you'd like her to take over.
Well, no, she can take over. She's chair, so there you go.
So the next item is the general operating support to organizational liaison appointments. And I saw that Lauren sent out an updated sheet with everybody's tentative
Yes.
assignments. And
Just to be clear, are we voting on the dairy mocha?
oh, separately, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to do that first?
Sure, sure. Do you have motion language for that? Excellent.
I do. It's all blank though.
All right, so. And who is the dairy? Who's the dairy? Georgia. Okay.
So there's, yeah, Jeffrey and.
Oh.
Georgia. We're both
Um,
interested. And then-
Also, can I just say, I know that there was some talk about, so I am interested, I'm just jumping ahead, I can't hear anything. There were some emails. Jeffrey is interested in being liaison for the dairy. I'm interested in the commission position for board on the dairy, board at the dairy.
And Georgia, we combine those. Those are the same position.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so to recap, the people that we're considering right now and the interest is Georgia and Jeffrey for the dairy, for the BMocha for Maria, backed by a lovely letter of recommendation from the BMocha, and then Bruce as the department, the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Correct.
So that's kind of what the situation is right now, and so we'd be looking for a motion. If someone would like to make a motion on that.
I'll make a motion.
You would read the language.
I know, I still cover the language.
I think
It's the second.
Oh, it's the second one.
somebody online called it first, no?
Yeah, Maria did.
Oh, okay.
No, that was me, Georgia.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Georgia, please.
I move that. Okay, this is blank. Blank be appointed as board member. Is this what we're doing?
Yes.
Yep, you gotta fill in the blank.
Okay, I'm gonna actually step back.
I'm so sorry.
That happened to me too.
Or I can say, okay, I move that Georgia be appointed as board member with the Dairy Arts Center. That Maria be appointed as board member with the Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art. And Bruce be appointed as board member with the Convention and Visitors Bureau. There, I did it.
Great. Is there a second for that language?
I'll second.
Okay, and discussion, and I think one of the discussion points is one of the questions I have is about Jeffrey's interest in that, but
Right,
anybody else has?
I had needed to add an additional organization to my list from 5 to 6. And from the list that was there, the one that seemed to make the most sense for me personally was the Dairy Arts Center, with which I've been involved with for 13 years through a number of different executive directors, and have recently cycled off their actual board and continue to run programs there and have raised about $300,000 personally for the organization. And I don't know if there's any precedence for having input from the organization, which we did hear from someone tonight from another organization. So I know there is now. But it's something that I want to continue to do and be involved with. And I understand the nuances between the city and the actual center itself with the contract and such, and understand the finances within it.
Georgia, do you want to add anything about perhaps your interest in the board member position?
I'm interested because I have worked at Boulder Ballet in the Dairy Art Center for the last 3 years. My daughter has been taking dance classes there. I've basically been going there for the past 8 years and seen a lot of changes. And just want to be part of moving forward. Like I see a lot of more diverse offerings coming up and just want to be part of that movement and adding to that piece.
Any other questions, discussion? I have a question. You had originally stated you had melded two positions together. So can you say more about that, having both of them in that role? There's not two board seats that could be available.
No, it's simply been a practice in the past that whoever gets appointed to the board seat for the BMOCA and the dairy also is their liaison for the GOS grant out of expedience.
Got it. Okay.
And they move from dairy, they move from monthly meetings to quarterly meetings.
Oh,
okay. Any other discussion? Okay, so the motion on the floor is to appoint Georgia as the board member for the dairy, for BMOCA, to appoint Maria, and to appoint Bruce as the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So we've had a second, we've had discussion, and let's vote all in favor of Georgia as the board member. And
motion
and the
is
rest.
all-
Yeah. All in favor of that.
Are we voting?
Yes.
Okay. So I see 1, 2, 3 in favor. So the motion passes.
Thank you very much. Now, to follow up on what I think you were alluding to, yes, we could separate the liaison position based on this following discussion. We just need to call that. So the liaison discussion, though, is there's no need for a vote. This is an administrative task of staff, and so we just need your nodding approval that everyone likes where they've been placed.
Okay, so that would beg the question about Jeffrey staying on as liaison. Is that, would you like to stay on?
I would not.
You would not. Okay. And Georgia, would you be interested in then switching out something with Jeffrey so that you take the liaison role?
Actually, no, because Jeffrey has one too few liaison positions and Georgia has one too many.
Ah,
And so I think,
Right.
Lauren, you were thinking about someone to switch.
I was.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, while I'm looking at, these are the lists as we have them. You should each have 6. It divides pretty equally.
Can I ask what Jeffrey just said? It garbled up.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, okay.
if you're, about a minute ago, I had asked him if he was interested in taking on the liaison position, and he said no. So that
Okay.
made.
That's what I didn't hear.
Actually, I think we're okay now.
We're all set?
Yes, because I think I adjusted this before. right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is already adjusted.
Right, and if
So-
not, may I just reach out to you, Jeffrey, with an adjustment, but I think
Yes.
you have 6.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
everybody.
So
So
yeah.
I had 6 to begin with.
Yeah.
Double check the screen. and make
So is it true then that I need to drop one liaison then?
No.
No, I think what you see on the screen, Lauren is saying
Six,
is
yes.
balanced, yes. So we've
Jeff-
got it.
So you almost
fixed.
gave me 7?
I think I adjusted before.
All right,
Well,
so.
We would have adjusted something else.
We don't need to vote on this,
No.
so I guess the question is, if everybody's had a chance to look at the adjusted list that's up there now, and if you have any concerns or questions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this will be what it is moving forward.
So just for an update after this meeting, well, like on Monday, Tuesday of next week, I will write you an email connecting you with their contact at these organizations, just to say, this is your new liaison, you should talk to them once or twice a year, or if you have concerns or things you would like to bring up with an arts commissioner, right?
As Bruce would say, hearing no objection,
Oh.
we'll consider that settled. All right. I don't even want to know where we are time-wise, but our next piece of business is a public art program and the finalist approval for the experiments in arts, specifically social streets.
I'm gonna hand it over to Brendan for this, but before, note to staff is I have been checking the time and we are severely behind.
Yes.
Wisely so, we had a very complicated discussion that we had to take care of with public comment, and I'm glad we took our time with that, but Brendan, Lauren, and I will be very expedient.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
All right, thanks, everybody. I'm here to talk about the process and finalist approval for experiments in public art. This is a partnership with Social Streets, a city initiative here in Boulder. The site is 13th between Canyon and Arapahoe, and there are several events this fall. The budget is up to $50,000, and we're awaiting a more revised budget from the artist. For the process to date, this is all in the manager's memo. I won't go through all of that, but we did have our standing selection panel and our social streets team members participate. We came up with criteria for the invitational, and we sent it to 10 different artists or artist teams. 3 responded. We had 2 interviews, and the panel selected Adika Pacha for the commission. It was a unanimous decision. They were excited by her enthusiasm for civic practice, her holistic and sensitive approach. Generally, it was a unanimous decision. So the feedback is to work with city staff on best locations for her temporary art, ensure the 3D work is reviewed and stamped by an engineer, attend focus group meetings and community events, and then the final takeaway, video, photography, a narrative, maybe a booklet, something like that. So the next steps is to approve this selection and process, and then follow up with the artist and get her under contract as soon as possible. Questions about the process? Excellent. Proposed motion, anybody?
So I open it up to anybody who wants to make a motion on this.
I move that we approve this process was properly conducted and recommend that the selection of artists Adika Pacha advance to the city manager for final approval.
A second.
All in favor? And Georgia, if you can give us a verbal yay or nay, you're muted right now.
The motion does pass.
All right. We have 4 and a non-vote, so it passes.
So I
Any
know-
advice
Do
for
we
success?
have?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we go into this, which is my favorite slide, of course, I just wanted to thank you for that and just say, like, experiments in public art is an unusual beast, right? This is not how public art programs really go, but it's more of a residency, and it's meant to sort of front load the artist before a lot of the work is done to embed them in the team. And so really appreciate you continuing to sort of push forward some innovation with us on this, and we'll be tracking it really closely, make sure it's successful.
The artist is really excited, and so is the social streets team. So we actually did a site visit today to figure out some locations.
Well, it sounds like the whole committee is, especially if there's unanimous.
Yes,
vote, so
unanimous. Yep.
Great.
I think-
Any other advice for success from commission?
Hey, I just wanted to say that you had my yes vote. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Unanimous again.
I couldn't get to the button quick enough.
Thanks, Georgia.
Awesome. All right, and thank you to the committee members. It looked like a really great lineup of all stars. So,
Yeah.
thank you. Grants program business, and I believe that 7A is really 6A.
Yeah, my apologies, that's my fault.
Yeah. So we are looking at the grant reports. Ms. Lauren.
So a quick refresher, you received all the reports by email At this meeting, you'll be able to vote to approve the reports, to approve individual reports, while submitting specific questions, to postpone the approval of any individual reports pending answers to specific questions, and or not approve individual reports and cancel the final 20%. And I have draft motion language just up here that we can edit how you need.
So what I'd like to do first is poll the commissioners and see if there's anybody that you'd like to pull out of that language for a little bit further discussion. I had, let's see, I don't think mine really impacts whether my questions can hold to the end, but if anybody else has one of those reports that you want to pull out and discuss. Not, I'm not seeing anybody, so.
I do.
Okay,
Wait, actually, can I just have 1 minute to read something?
sure.
I have a question, maybe while George is reading
Yeah.
for everyone. Do we have any opinion about the input on a organization that an individual gives, such that we just received today? How do we address that as far as grants and approvals and our thinking about the organization? So obviously I'm talking about Boulder Ballet. So just to connect the dots.
May I?
Has this come up before?
Sort of.
Okay.
Thanks for the question, Maria. I think what I would have to say, a couple things is you all decide on the discussion and the decision that you're going to make. So, information you receive, you can use. That said, you have a very specific role to play, which is that you have a report. It's based on an application that was approved. And so your discussion should be pertinent to that action. Does the report fulfill the terms of the application? Now, your discussion, like I said, could go anywhere, but the decision you make should be centered on that. I will lastly say that there are obviously precedences and implications, right? So the reason you make a decision needs to be thoughtful, not only in the isolation of that decision, but on what precedent you're setting, but also on the perception of good stewardship of the program. So yeah, Chris, do you have anything to add to that?
Not really, other than, while it's important to take in consideration input from anybody who's going to have a certain experience or perspective, it's the application criteria process that really is the tool that we should be using, relying on to weed out folks that we don't want to be supporting for really the reasons that we're able to clearly publicize and folks can be aware of in advance, as opposed to an ad hoc, which might be very concerning and very valid thing to look into, but not using an individual testimony to make a decision that could be.
Yeah, I definitely would feel very uncomfortable having that impact any decision just based on not hearing all sides of what is happening.
My temperature is to move with the motion language for the group.
Does that answer your question, Maria?
Yeah, thank you I wanted to have the conversation. I appreciate all of your input. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your thoughtfulness, Maria.
And Maria, you're okay to move forward with
Yeah.
keeping Boulder Ballet? in that?
Yes, and I think Georgia had a question. She was reading something too, but I think.
Yeah, so I've had a minute to read through something. And so just what I'd recommend right now is if we want to approve the grant reports, that we would just remove Boulder Ballet from that, only because of something else. And I think I need to just have a discussion first before.
So-
There's a reason why I want to pull it out, and it has nothing to do with the what Lance said today. It's something else.
Got it. Would you like to make that motion, Georgia?
Sure. I move that we approve the grant reports from the Catamounts Local Theater, Third Law Dance Theater, Boulder Museum of Contemporary Art, Boulder Opera Company, Boulder Philharmonic Orchestra, Dairy Art Center, and Local Theater Company.
All in favor? And Georgia, again, we cannot see you, so
Okay, so here, wait, hold on.
all in favor right now for this motion?
I've been,
Okay, so we've got 4 votes, all opposed, Jeffrey's opposed, and the motion carries. And Georgia, let's put up some, are you suggesting that we can possibly make a decision tonight based on this discussion on Boulder Ballet? I guess what I'm getting at is, should we go ahead and make the motion, or you think it's something that's gonna?
I move that we would wait to approve the grant report from Boulder Ballet.
Okay, can you give us a little teaser of, before we get into a full discussion?
Because I taught that class and I'm looking at the report, and there's a budget here for an assistant. I had no assistant. And so the list would go on from there.
All right.
now you tell us.
So, one suggestion is that we can amend and somebody can make an emotion to get more information.
Yeah.
What would
So-
that like?
If I may interject, you don't need to make a motion to do that. You just
We
need
would
to,
just,
you've
Postpone.
you've already
postpone it.
not made a motion to approve, so you're postponing approval pending us the answer to a specific question. It doesn't require a motion.
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to add in your observations, Georgia, or is?
Can I just leave it there for this evening?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So may I clarify the question that we're asking?
yes.
Is it, and Georgia, you may be the one to answer this. So are we asking specifically that line in the budget is, we understand to be incorrect? Do they want to provide a revised budget, or is there a different question that we're asking?
Can I give those questions to you later? Just in the out of respect for everyone's time.
I appreciate that, but I think we need it in the public meeting. because
Okay.
It's the commission asking the question, yeah.
So I see for expenses, the assistant salary, planning, studio rental, and tuition scholarships. And then advertising. So yeah, so clarity on teacher salary. Hold on. Okay, yeah, no. So the teacher salary, assistant salary, all of it,
Okay.
all
So,
of the expenses in actual. Could we ask for a revised budget there?
so maybe the question is something like, we believe the budget may have some incorrect information. If they could have another look, describe each point and, make sure that there's nothing there that shouldn't be there.
Yes,
More eloquently put by Lauren. Right.
yeah.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
And we do need to make a motion on the delay of the vote?
No.
No,
No.
we do not. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
perfect.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you.
Carolyn,
Yeah.
do you mind if I make just two quick comments?
Sure.
You know, I felt it was good. A few of the organizations mentioned that they would, at least with the rehiring grants, that they had the funding to continue that position. So I thought that was a sign of optimism that these grants perhaps help them bridge a gap and bring folks on and they now could rehire. And then the second was just on the theater companies. And I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a tangent, but I think I just know there's a New York Times article over the weekend, maybe you all read it, about the challenges with staffing and keeping folks hired in the theater. So I think these rehiring grants are critically important. So I think and I think we're seeing the results of them with these reports.
Yeah, Maria, I noticed the same, and I'm sorry, I forgot which organization it is, but there was an organization that said that on the back of this grant, they were able to bump into a mid-size organization and apply for more money with SCD. Yeah. SCDFC. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Which is just amazing. All right, any other comments before we move on? Great. What do you want to do next, Lauren?
We're talking about. Okay, next we have an extension request and Celia is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Celia. If anybody has questions about this, I'm going to share again. So you received an extension request from Celia Tui. She received a community projects for individuals grant, $5,000, and was accepted into a film festival. So has requested an extension so that can be open. So she can fit her final, you might remember this, that she turned in a report, but she hadn't been able to do a screening in the city of Boulder yet. So the commission asked that she wait until she's able to do the screening, and now she was accepted to a film festival. So this is essentially just confirming that that is okay, that the extension approves her, the commission approves her extension to participate.
And is this something at this point in the extension request that we need to approve it as commission? Or?
You do, because it is now the fourth extension.
Okay.
Yes, and she's here if you have questions.
Excellent. So let's start with a motion, if anyone would like to make a motion.
I move that the extension request by Celia Tui be approved.
I second that.
Great discussion. Does anybody have questions about the request? And for those of you online, if you couldn't hear, the artist is on the Zoom also if you have questions. Okay, I don't see any discussion, so all in favor? Raise your hand. Georgia and Maria are up. We unanimous.
Thank you. Congratulations, Celia.
Thank you, Celia.
Still me, yes.
Yep.
So I do have a number of slides, but I will go quickly because they do all fit together. So every year in the summer, we start talking about our next year's grant cycle. You thought it was public art season. It is not.
Nope.
We reach out to the community. We get feedback throughout the year as people are applying, as they're turning in their reports. And we have actively gone out and been seeking feedback from the community on how to improve our grant cycle for next year. So I've compiled some of the feedback, but first I want to say congratulations and bravo. This is it's an enormous lift, and I thank all of you so much. Like, my job is so much easier because all of you are so wonderful to work with and thoughtful. We have this year given out now over 130 awards, so you should be very proud of yourselves.
And for the first time, giving out more than $1 million.
That's right.
Yay.
Happily. This is an agenda for within the agenda, but it's very brief. So I'm just going to give you an overview of the staff community commission feedback that I've gathered. You will ask clarifying questions. We do have public comments if there's anybody from the public that wants to add anything, and final discussion and guidance. So the first step is really us telling you the feedback that we received, and then at the next meeting we come back with options for you of how to address that feedback. So this is really like, this is what we heard. Also, we're still gathering feedback, so it's part of the whole process that somebody might be watching this later and reach out to us, and we will add that in next time too. But I will say that the feedback has been very consistent, so that might not even be a problem. Topics for discussion are the financial structure, so our funding structure, which I'll show you in 1 second. Any process improvements, and then the 2024 grant program schedule. So really, the first big picture thing that I want to hear back from the commission is about the funding financial structure. So this is our structure from this year. It is kind of a mess because, oh, here I even need to pull this down. Because we've added in those funds from ARPA, right? Oh my goodness. As you know, general operating support awards continue for until the next round of decisions will be 2025. But if you have any kind of big picture thoughts on the project grants, the strategic funds, if there's something that you think is missing, needs more, needs less, your kind of big picture thoughts about this funding structure in particular.
And just to add real quick for this
Sure.
and everything else, this isn't our last chance to have this
No.
conversation. So as you think about things and if things come up, you can reach out to Lauren and I. And we can continue to move on.
I guess I have one question for staff, just in terms of your experience on, because you have certain categories that you can just award. So for those categories, are you seeing trends that it would be helpful to expand that funding, or are we having difficulty spending the money in any of those categories?
So the venue and online event affordability fund is very popular because it's very expensive to rent event space, as you all understand, right? So the fact that we were able to add some more this year and to add from ARPA, we have only $3,000 left out of like 43, sorry, total. Which goes to show that we started this year with 16 and they were gone by January 20th. They're first come, first served. Next year we will, I'll propose the same breakdown of as much as we can get out of our strategic funds. We've already voted on the ARPA funds for next year to continue with that 21. I think that will be wonderful. It's more of a conversation for 2025, I think, of how we can add some more into that category because it's very popular and very useful, right? We want people to host events. Like, it supports exactly what we want to be doing. Beyond that, everything has either played out very well. You saw that the organizational category gets a lot of applicants, as we do every year. That's the largest applicant pool that we get. And then we're still finding out about the leadership pipeline fund. That one will be next. The deadline's early August, and we'll find out how that one goes. And that might take a year or two also to get off the ground for people to find out about it. But do you have anything to add?
No.
Yeah, I think we've for all of these, I think we've kind of bucketed over time. It started kind of bigger challenges, and now we're getting into this nitty gritty stuff, right?
Yeah, I think you're right that things are settling into a really functional state. And so the discussion is very different than, oh, thank you, Chris.
How enlightening.
The discussion is very different than in 2017. We were like, wow, that
Yeah.
year really needed some help, right? So I feel good about that. I think one note, which is sort of aside, is, next year we're going to go through a real assessment of everything because the cultural plan is expiring. We need to sort of really dive in deep. And there may have been things that have developed that are sort of just outside of all these categories. So that's not something that's for discussion right now, but it's coming up. We'll be able to talk about the big picture.
Like you said, we also have more time to talk through these, and really we're just bringing up, this is feedback that we have heard so far, and we're still getting community feedback also, but really they tend to fall into one of these categories. So the first and one that we've heard about most strongly was the change in eligibility, having to live or be headquartered or partnered with an organization in the city of Boulder as an eligibility requirement versus it being a points. We had the Boulder Focus points. That was before your time. But that raised a lot of concerns, and I think you all heard a lot about that when we started getting applications in earlier in the year. I'll go through all of these, and then if you are not interested in us investigating and bringing ideas back to you, then let us know. But if so, if you are interested, then we will investigate all of these and bring some options back to you. Okay. Several applicants raised concern about the lack of clear comments and questions. This one comes up every year. It still is coming up year over year, even though we've tried to put in, okay, if it's above a 4, then you'll have comments, because I think people are doing really well. So, you know, giving them a 5 is actually like the lowest score, as surprising as it is, right? Like they're doing really well. So I would like to bring it up, because if somebody calls us and says, I really want to improve my score, but I don't know what to do, right? All I can say is, oh, the commission meeting, they said they're interested in this, and you know, like getting feedback from y'all is really critical, and it will help them ultimately in other applications that they're working on, right? With SCFD and CCI and all their other applications. So the third one is second and third extension request practices might be an excessive use of commissioner time. So we tend to, it's a COVID holdover that we were getting so many requests. We were bringing it to you, but you see that for the most part, the extension requests are pretty consistently valid, right? Like somebody, oh, I have a third extension request, but I was approved to go to a film festival, right? So they're sort of valid reasons when you're second, third extension. Now, fourth extension, I think there's reasons to bring it back to the commission to help them as well. But some kind of discussion over if that's the best use of commissioner time. And then the last one, we had one applicant raise concern about partial funding. This was in the discussion about there was funding left over in a category, and our practices of like fully funding a project.
Anybody have questions or comments?
So we do have a question from a participant.
Oh.
If that's okay with
Yeah.
you.
Yes, please.
Could you please define what delineates small versus mid versus large organizations?
In general operating support categories?
Yes.
Oh, it's a budget calculation. So, and there's an extra large too, which is extra large in Boulder. I'm not sure that the Met would be like a super extra large, right? Let me just go back to that.
And
briefly.
it's based on operating budget.
It's based on operating budget,
Right.
yes. And in particular in 2022, we looked at operating budget over 3 years. So we went to 2019 to be sure that they were in their biggest category, and it was not a COVID calculation. So these are based on small orgs is up to 100,000, mid is 250, large is up to $1 million, and then extra large is $1 million and above for operating budget.
I had 2 things that came to mind on that slide you had. The ones on the second bullet, the comments for scores. And I'm wondering, this is just a suggestion for your consideration on what you recommend back to us, but I'm wondering if there's opportunities at our sort of town hall type meetings, if we have the pre-granting get together and kind of hype up, and maybe there's room in those agendas for the commissioners to give some feedback as to how they balance things out, or when and why they're giving comments, or just maybe possibly space to do that question.
Yes.
And then the other request is maybe give some consideration on discussions that we can have in addressing concerns like what came to us today. And whether, you know, I think it's a bigger philosophical discussion for us. If those are the types of discussions that we should be having as a commission, or what corners touch our work.
And who is qualified to have the actionable item that follows up.
Correct, yeah.
Thank you.
Any other feedback for Lauren? Maria's shaking her head. It's quiet over here.
I love the
great.
process and I love the operational rhythm. Thank you for saving us from ourselves.
And-
Speaking speaking of rhythm, so we next year are not doing general operating support grantees, so you're just a casual 50 to 80 individual applications to review. Please and thank you. Did you have any input on the schedule this year? I do realize there's overlap, but with the steps that we have, it is sometimes hard to not have that overlap, but I can try to avoid that as much as possible.
I thought it was easy breezy compared. That's me
Do
personally.
we have any open positions next year? Only because I came in at a time, we both came in at a time where we're voting on things that we weren't grading and I didn't feel comfortable voting on them. Personally, I had also just launched a grant program at the organization for whom I work. So I was in the process of doing all of that as well. And we have 141 applications
Yeah.
in our first time going around. So,
Right.
but going back to my original question is, do we have folks up for election? Is there consideration for that overlap?
We do every year, right?
Yeah, so Bruce cycles off in March. And there'll be one new commissioner.
So we generally ask, or has been the practice, we ask them not to jump into scoring because they haven't.
Right, which is
done the
exactly what you did
training.
with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of us try to.
Nobly.
Yeah, nobly.
Stayed up till 1:30.
Just don't ever do that, by the way. Ask me for some days. But because we want to be sure that you're integrated into the full training process, but the voting is you're trusting your colleagues on what their scoring is, right? So.
The
But they were
scoring,
colleagues who had cycled off, so I didn't know them.
I like to say the scoring is a guideline to help you with your motion.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We've had questions if there's any public comments, but this is
With only one new person, I feel safer in the process then.
also, right. Cool.
So no one online said they wanted to comment.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. So really, I will bring back to you at the next meeting ways to address each of these. And if, like I said, if anybody's listening, if any of you hear anything in the community, or if you have any thoughts yourselves about how to improve our process next year, just let me know.
And Lauren, I'm noting we have like 7 minutes left in the meeting, so I apologize to everybody on this, but I
Yeah.
think we may have skipped over 1, 2, and 3 in the agenda in your portion. The residency report, local rights, adaptive dance program. Did we? Were
Those
those
were all
part
the
of the
reports.
motion?
That was part
Did I
of
miss
it.
Those are the
It's Boulder
reports,
Ba-
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
adaptive dance is Boulder
I-
Ballet. Yeah.
Blanked over seeing their
That's
names.
okay.
Yep,
Thank
yes.
God, we just got back
You
all
just,
that
like-
time. Well done, Lauren.
That's right. I did nothing.
Well
I like this.
done.
This is great. You're welcome.
All right, so
Yes.
matters from commissioners. Anybody have anything they want to bring to the meeting? Right, moving along, matters from staff. Questions about the managers? memo?
Yeah, so while you're thinking about all the detailed questions that we can answer in 7 minutes about the manager's memo, I just want to point out one thing, well, 2 things, actually. First of all, the standing selection panel makes a bunch of decisions on some of the oddball public art projects that happen, and they dig in deep on that. And Brendan is doing a great job sort of bringing that group back together. But we do need more members. We currently have 3 because one person resigned and one person got a fantastic job with culture. So we are going to be building that group out. And so we're not quite sure of the timing yet, but that's something to think about is if there's great people in the community who could contribute to that type of group, send them Brendan's way and we'll start to get together some nominations.
And the standing meeting now is
That's right.
second Tuesday of the month from 4 to 5 p.m. If we have no business, we'll cancel, but it's a standing meeting now.
Awesome. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
That's useful.
Second point is that one of the updates that we gave was about an urban design project. This was at, oh, wait, which one was it? It was the
Baseline.
transportation project on Baseline, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't had a chance to talk about this with everyone in a while, but we do these urban design projects quite purposefully. There's been, I don't know, over the years, and not just in this city, there's a sort of tension around, well, public art has a lot of process, a lot of protections, and it's about the community selecting art for their collection. Sometimes We just wanted artists to come in and give great ideas for how to make a project more active, more human, more visual. And that's not necessarily rising to the very high standards that we give to public art. And so we've developed this idea of urban design to be a way for construction project managers across all departments in the city to be able to deploy artists and architects and landscape architects and designers and all sorts of different creative people to improve the projects for the community. And so this is an example of that. Urban design doesn't come to you like a public art project does. This is a staff decision. We support other departments to make good decisions about that, but we slip those in the packet to make sure you're aware of them because they're still really important to the community and the visual environment, and very valuable. But they're not something that we bring to the agenda. So if you ever see an urban design project in the staff updates, you want more information, you want to ask some detailed questions, it's not only good for you to know, good for you to be a good ambassador of the work that we do, but you're also a check on us, right? You want to make sure that the transparency is there. So I always encourage, if you see something like that in there and you have questions or you're not sure that you agree with anything, just make sure you raise it in a meeting and we'll answer your questions as best we can. But that one's going to be great. Do you want to describe that?
Sure, yeah. So there's a transportation project happening on Baseline, just east of 36. They're building bike lanes and they're putting low barrier walls. They're about 18 inches high, concrete barriers between the traffic lane and the bike lane. And the project manager said, we have a tiny budget and we want to make these bike lane barriers a little bit more attractive. Can you help us with the process? And I said, great. She didn't really know how much her budget was, but I told her if you're looking for artists, we have a mural roster of artists. So she went there. Her and her team selected 3 artists and invited them to, hey, are you interested in creating a design for these low barrier walls? 2 artists responded. We had a meeting. I wasn't really voting, but had a meeting with her and her staff. We picked a proposal from one of the artists. So the city is essentially buying this design for about $3,000 to then hire a vinyl company to print the vinyl that will wrap the small concrete barrier wall.
That's a good art value.
So yeah, so it's again, it's sort of, we want to be active in our community and make sure the built environment is attractive and inclusive. So I'm happy to help with the process and connecting artists, helping with best practices in public art to help these other departments spend money effectively and with some impact. But again, it doesn't really rise to the public art. There will be a future project, another phase connected with this project that will actually trigger the 1% policy. So we will have a public art process for that project, and that's a couple of years down the line.
What if you were sitting in one of these meetings and they were like, they had this proposal to do, I don't know, don't read these books, or like something that's gonna upset people on either side, like then what kind of control?
Are you talking about like the content of the art?
Yeah, like if the art is very controversial, and people are gonna come to us to complain about it, and
Sure. Well, one way we can kind of correct for that is that our mural roster kind of already goes through that vetting process. So that's kind of a one-stop shop to say, hey, these artists have already been vetted through our public art program. If you see something on that roster that appeals to you and your team, they've already sort of been vetted by the city. So that's kind of one thing. And I think I've worked in public art for almost 15 years. And I think if there was something that popped up that,
swastikas or something.
exactly.
I
think we would, there would be some catches there. And this is kind of why these departments reach out to us for like, hey, how do you do this sort of design work? And so there's,
it's not as far-fetched as you might seem. Your examples are maybe on the extreme, but there was
I wanted to make
there
sure.
was an urban design project during the pandemic of a barrier wall that was said where to wear a mask, and there was someone who very much objected to that. So yeah, it does come up, but I have to say that the values of the city tend to carry themselves forward in all the departments. One other thing I'll add that is a value to the urban design project is artists getting hired and making money.
Yeah.
In our community,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's something we want to encourage. We don't want to stand in the way of it. So it's
And
another
because
example of
the
that.
their other option, their other idea was, well, we could just have somebody from our staff get some paint and just like spray them the color all the way down. And
Or
it's
we
like,
could get
well, you
someone who
could do
actually
that if
owns
you
a
really
shop
wanted to.
who's-
you know.
Yeah.
Needs
But
a
this
little
is-
extra income.
Yeah.
I think it would be valuable if you consider, I don't know what periods of time you open that list, but as you're opening the list, to let us know. So
Yeah,
that
I'm
we can
still
do
kind of
the
getting
checks.
caught up in, I think, I'm not sure when Mandy last opened that. I don't know if you guys have.
I think we just closed it, actually.
Yeah, I
so
feel like it was
might
very
be
recent, but we could,
Not next year, early 25.
Yeah. so we'll definitely,
Yeah,
I'll
let
definitely
us
let you
know.
know if we, probably in the next year, we'll open it again.
And I will just add that like art should make you think and should start conversation and
Thank
all
you.
of those things.
Yeah. But, and.
But, yes.
Yes, and,
Yeah.
yes,
If
Rabbi.
there's going to be a controversial piece of artwork, it's probably going to be out of our
Right.
office.
You're talking about the exclamation point, aren't you?
I just want to approve.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Sorry, too soon.
Wow.
Oh,
You're
Lord.
gonna give me a heart attack.
Exclamation points on everything.
No. I'm sorry. Anything else from the staff?
No, thank you
All
very
right.
much. Appreciate it.
1 minute after time, we made a
Bravo,
great
Bravo.
time.
bravo. Good job.
Oh.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, George.